What's up, everybody? It is Matt Pierce, also known as Mk8 Matt, also previously known as Miata Matt and Mk8 Matt, although I do still own my Miata. This is my car channel, and I'm in my Mk8 GTI today. I haven't really properly shown it off at all on this channel, so we're going to be doing that today, but we're also going to be checking out the new Stage 1 tune. I just got loaded onto this, and getting some really crispy sound clips. I'm going to put this microphone right on the exhaust of the car just to introduce you to the Mk8. It is pretty much a base model. It's an S. This thing doesn't even have a sunroof, but you know what it does have? DSG with paddle shifters. You can see I got some little extensions there to match the rest of the gloss black. I plan on doing a little bit of a deeper dive video talking about the things I like about this car and the things that I don't like about this car. As you can see, it's winter time right now, so salt all over the roads. They're wet. A touch under 40 degrees Fahrenheit today. Here's the car from the outside. You can see pretty much bone stock out here. Stock wheels and tires as well. Oh, 225s. Even with the amazing VAC differential here, the front wheel drive, but it does have a limited slip. Struggle to get traction with 225 tires, especially in the winter. Car is absolutely dirty and disgusting right now, which I hate, but there's not really much you could do. You can go get a car wash today, and by the end of the day, it'll look like this again. I plan to have a camera pointing out the back here, and we'll wire the microphone all the way down here. We'll pick up some of those raw exhaust notes, the burbles and all of that. The Stage 1 tune provider I went with for this car right now is 034. They also have a TCU tune. We're running 93 octane, and it is going to be the low torque file because on this 2024, the TCU, the dual clutch transmission, is still locked. So I can't tune to make the clutches clamp harder for the added torque that even Stage 1 produces alone, let alone like a Stage 2 or adding E85. Real quick, I'm going to pop the hood because I do have a couple of modifications. Nothing crazy though. As you can see, I got the ECS hood strut. My opinion should have came with it stock. Welcome to my engine bay. It's a little bit of a hodgepodge, but honestly, it's not too bad. Definitely some things I'm going to be improving and changing, but it's working pretty effective, even measuring intake air temperatures and stuff. From the ECS Tuning Luft Technic intake kit, I have the front assembly to draw air in right to the cone filter, and you can see there's obviously some sort of a rubber piece that's supposed to go right here. You can see right now I've got it resting on a lone microfiber, pretty janky. We've got the CTS inlet. There's our Garrett turbo down there, but right underneath, you can't really see it, I've also got the 034 turbo muffler delete. All right, let's mic this thing up and hit the road, folks. So it's running. One of my favorite things about the 034 Stage 1 tune, and I'm sure other Stage 1 tunes also support this, every time you get in the car now, if you have start-stop turned off, it just stays off. The way it should be from the factory. The GTI is measured at wheel horsepower even from the factory, 240 to 260 wheel horsepower. So when you put a Stage 1 tune on this car, what are you going to be making for wheel horsepower? Well, it's over 300, I'll tell you that. 310 to 330 wheel horsepower. Crank horsepower, more like 350 to 370. And don't forget, this comes with a limited slip front differential, a very, very good one, the VAQ diff. It finds traction like nobody's business and rips you around corners, like really tugs and pulls you. This feels like all-wheel drive light. But really, what you're getting with a Stage 1 tune on a Mk8 GTI is something that is about as fast as a Civic Type R, but more refined for the street. And yeah, the Civic Type R is great in its own way. It's almost not really even a direct competitor to the Mk8 GTI because the pricing of the Civic Type R is more like the Golf R. The turbo on these Mk8 GTIs is phenomenal. It's a Garrett unit. It's just a tiny bit smaller than the Mark 7's turbo, meaning it spools faster, but it actually flows 15% more air, almost as much as the old IS-38 Golf R turbo from the Mark 7. On a Stage 1 tune, oh, it is opened up. It just balls like you wouldn't believe. Makes you realize from factory they're really just holding this car back. Here's the deal though with the Stage 1 tune. There are different files. We've got 91 octane versus 93 octane. I'm obviously running the 93 octane. It's going to give you a little bit more power. Depends on what you have locally around you, what's offered at your pump. There's also going to be a low torque and a high torque file, and that's going to go for even Stage 2 and Stage 3 with the PMAX. A lot of the tuners offer files like this, and it's because the DSG on these Mk8s has yet to be fully unlocked. It's called the 401 bootloader. Volkswagen doesn't want us messing around with their transmissions. Tunes already exist for this exact transmission, but the software, the files, they're locked up, so we can't get in. But you can still make plenty of horsepower on these low torque files. You just can't make nearly as much total overall horsepower throughout the entire rev range or rev band. I can't make nearly as much torque where the turbo hits its hardest around 3,000 to 4,000 RPM. First gear. Sitting in traffic, no one's looking at you. No one gives a fuck about you, really. You're in a Volkswagen, just like that guy in the Jetta. The Volkswagen Golf literally is like the German Honda Civic, the GTI being like the Civic Si. This engine is a stout German little overbuilt monster. Wants to claw its way around everywhere. Instant punch, instant torque. Even the stock car was able to comfortably pull up and through an incline like this on the highway, but with a Stage 1 it does it even more effortlessly. The 93 octane makes a difference in everyday driving, and so does the tuning calibration. I gotta say, from 034 it's very, very smooth. I mean, the low torque files, I feel like they're all the same. A smooth power band all the way up. Still though, I couldn't be happier, really. Based upon my own research, watching different videos, the 034 tunes are definitely some of the best out there, and they do have the TCU tunes ready to go for when these are eventually unlocked. With 034, you can also tune directly from your phone through their SPI app. You don't have to spend $650 on a Cobb Access port, although they are kind of dope. I had a Cobb Access port on my Mark 6 and it was pretty awesome. You still get live monitoring though directly from your phone, so you could just get a phone mount and then that's your Cobb Access port basically. What they should do is just develop a CarPlay app for 034 SPI. I think that would be pretty cool. That's the other thing too surrounding reliability. Take care of your damn cars, especially if you're gonna tune it with a Stage 1. For the Mk8 GTI, we are not following Volkswagen's idea of services for oil changes, okay? Volkswagen doesn't care if your car grenades itself past 100,000 miles. I do. I care. This is my car. 5,000 mile service intervals for oil changes max. If you're up to like a big turbo Stage 3, I mean, you're probably gonna wanna do it every 3,500 miles or so. And the oil that Volkswagen recommends, Volkswagen, you expect me to run OW20 in a car that can do this? I'm not doing that. 5W40 oil. Obviously on the back you're going to want to check and make sure that your oil is VW rated. It has that little VW in the number by it. Personally, I run Liqui-Moly, EA 888s. They love the 5W40. And if you don't take care of it, they'll start to burn it too. Every turbo car burns a little bit of oil, but if you do have a dual clutch, you're also going to have to service that according to the intervals with the correct fluid, although that's going to be the same just like the Mark 6, the Mark 7, the Mark 5, all of those DSG-equipped Golfs. All of the Mark 8 GTIs essentially got the Mark 7 performance package. Brakes are just like a little bit bigger, and you get that front limited slip differential. That front diff, just like an all-wheel drive system, is gonna need some service. Thanks so much for watching this video, everybody. If you are on the fence about potentially upgrading your Mark 8 GTI to a Stage 1 tune, I hope this video helped you out a little bit. There is also the consideration, and I mean, a lot of us with Mark 8 GTIs do still have warranties that you might want to hold on to. Most of the time, a Stage 1 is going to void that. I trust myself with this car. I had a Mark 6 GTI. I know how to take care of this type of vehicle, so I'm very confident about that. Regardless, guys, I think if you're going to upgrade any car from the factory, this is going to be one of the best ones out of the box, point blank, period. And the Stage 1 tune makes this thing feel like an absolute weapon. I plan to do a lot more with this car and my other vehicle, the Miata. Check out some of my older videos, some fun ones from my previous vehicles. Have a great day.